Sudan's army chief has confirmed the withdrawal of his troops from El-Fasher. Fighters with the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces claimed control of the city on Sunday. According to the UN, hundreds of thousands of civilians are trapped without access to food and aid in the city, which is in the Sudanese army's last stronghold in Darfur. On Sunday, the RSF said they had overrun the army base in El-Fasher, with videos posted online of fighters celebrating their victory. The UN has renewed its calls for civilians to be given safe passage out of the city, warning of what it calls ethnically motivated violations and atrocities. Well, Antoine Gerard is United Nations Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator for Sudan and joins us on the line from Chad, close to the border with Sudan. Welcome to DW. What are you hearing about who is now in control of the city of El-Fasher?
Well, thanks for having me. And indeed, we are receiving now the news that most of the city is under the control of the Rapid Support Forces, which is a new development. As you know, the city was under siege for more than 18 months. There were several United Nations resolutions to call for the siege to stop, for the humanitarian access to be promoted. So now we have a different type of situation where the Rapid Support Forces are inside the town.
Okay. So with the RSF now in control of El-Fasher, the UN has warned of what it calls ethnically motivated violations and atrocities. Why? What are you hoping? What are you hoping will not happen?
Well, you definitely make a reference to a recent statement by the High Commissioner for Human Rights of the United Nations, who had actually indeed highlighted the fact that we are concerned about the violence that it is currently happening inside El-Fasher. We have heard that some of the young men were actually killed without any proper judgment. We have heard that the population may not be free to leave the town. We are quite concerned about the protection of the civilian. And so therefore, this statement that you're referring to is to alarm the international community that we are concerned. And we hope that the military on the ground and the command and control will avoid any kind of that nature of killings inside the city. As you know, people have been under the siege, so they are extremely weak. Some of them may not have the chance to leave the city. And so it is important to also refer to the fact that a humanitarian pause has been actually called for so many months now, allowing not only the people to leave the town whenever they wish to do so, but also for the humanitarian assistance to be able to enter the city, which is not yet the case, unfortunately.
Right. So for the last 18 months, 2 years, people who have been trapped in the fighting and, as you say, being besieged, there's been no access to them to aid. They've just had to live on what is there and hope not to get killed.
Very limited access to aid. Thanks to the courage of some of the Sudanese national organizations still operating in El-Fasher, the emergency response room and other initiatives like Popular Kitchen, had been able to still provide assistance. The World Food Program and national and international NGOs have been actually of support of those initiatives, but it was very limited. We could have done more. Unfortunately, we were unable to do so. So the status of the population inside the city is certainly quite worrisome. Hence the fact that we're calling for a pause. We would like the possibility of bringing the assistance inside, but also this is extremely difficult for the people to leave currently under the fightings, the ongoing fightings, and this humanitarian pause that we're calling for could allow as well for families, for people who are wishing to go, to come to any other places where they can seek assistance, even into Chad, where I am now at the border with Sudan, where they could actually not only receive assistance, but of course the protection as refugees.
Thanks for talking us through that terrible situation. Deputy Humanitarian Coordinator for Sudan, Antoine Gerard.